A year-long study by the Marine Corps indicates that groups or units that are all male perform better than mixed units that include females. Now, according to the study, all male units were faster, more lethal, and able to evacuate casualties in less time. Also, all male squads performed better than mixed groups in 69% of the tasks evaluated.
Unfortunate number.
All right, so that is kind of an interesting number. Also, all male squads, the study found, performed better than mixed gender units across the board. The males were more accurate hitting targets, faster at climbing over obstacles, and better at avoiding injuries.
Who did the study?
The Marine Corps. So
I believe it.
yeah, I'm really happy that Wes is on the panel to talk about this, because remember, it was only 2 years ago that the government decided, all right, well, as long as women pass certain tests, then they can also fight on the front lines. And I agreed with that decision as long as they pass the tests. But if tests indicate that they're not physically able to do the same things that their male counterparts can do, then they shouldn't be fighting on the front lines.
Just because, now back to my point, which is that just because you pass a minimum doesn't mean that you're going to perform on average as well as males in the Marines, right? So if you have women in a certain unit, could they do the minimum? Yes. Could they be slower and not do the rest of the tests on average as well as just a male unit? It's possible, right? So, and that's what this study is indicating, given all the context of the study.
So let me give you guys some more details about what they found through this year-long study. They found that all male squads, teams, and crews, and gender-integrated squads, teams, and crews had a noticeable difference in their performance of the basic combat tasks of negotiating obstacles and evacuating casualties. For example, when negotiating the wall obstacle, male Marines threw their packs to the top of the wall, whereas female Marines required regular assistance in getting their packs to the top. So my question is, during the testing to indicate whether or not these women would be eligible to fight in the front lines, why is it that that wasn't part of the testing requirement, right? Like, if you can't throw your bag on top of a wall, then maybe you shouldn't be on the front lines, or maybe you shouldn't be in this unit.
At the same time, my own experience when I was in was I was only in a mixed unit as a cadet because I was in the cavalry, so I was in all-male units once I was in the service. But as a cadet, you go to something called advanced camp between your junior and senior year when they grade you. And this is everybody in ROTC, like in the country. And you're in mixed units and platoons, and it's probably like 15 to 20% female in the platoons. And, this is the officer corps. These are going to be the most dedicated, physically fit, capable, able women. And when we did forced marches, none of them finished the march with their equipment. All their equipment they started with. A guy was carrying someone's backpack, and someone else carrying their weapon and their helmet. And I never saw, on the mental task, they're just as good as any male soldier. But on the physical task, most things involving war involve upper body strength. And women don't have it.